I'm here in the BAPCO TV studio and I'm joined live with John Anthony, the president of BAPCO. Hi, John.
Hello, thank you for having me here to speak to you.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
Now, I hear your background is with the London Fire Brigade. Is that correct?
It is. The majority of my adult working life has been with the London Fire Brigade, so probably over 45 years now with London Fire Brigade as an operational officer, and then for the last 12 years retiring from uniform, casting that away, but carrying on with the work I was doing in critical communications. I was involved in the National Fire Control Project, the replacement of our control room systems several times, and the replacement of Airwave. The introduction of Airwave, as it was, the Tetra system. I was the senior user for that. So I've had a long history of involvement with critical communications.
And what is your main role now that you're focusing on?
My main role is my double-headed role. One is here today as the president of British APCO, which is a great thing to be doing. And perhaps we'll talk more on that in a minute. But my day job is working part-time now, still for the London Fire Brigade, on really doing the introduction of ESN, Emergency Services Network, into the London Fire Brigade. I was a senior user nationally for fire for a couple of years, but as I've reduced my hours, couldn't really carry on doing that. But it's to see that through. But I'm also leading a team looking at replacement fireground communications, and probably, if I hang around long enough, the replacement yet again of our CAD system, our 999 system.
Wow, okay. So your role as the president of BAPCO?
I've been president of BAPCO now for nearly 2 years, taking over from Keith Phillips, working very closely with our chief executive Ian Thompson. I think we've moved it on now, just looking around the exhibition hall today, just how it's come along from 5 years ago when we were still in Manchester and then Telford to what we've got today. We've got a much stronger organisation, it's well respected. The technology is being transformed in emergency services communications, and we are bringing together so many people here today. We had, I think it's nearly 3,000 people have registered to attend, which is the best we've ever done. More exhibitors than we've ever had before. Different technologies, cutting edge technologies, some new smaller SMEs as well, because we've got all the big players here, but we need those smaller players. We need that who have the innovation to come through and to bring it all together here. It's just wonderful. All the conference venues, but the side interviews. I'm looking now at a drone zone over there, which is full again. It's just got a real buzz about it this year, and we really want to continue that on over the next few years.
Of course, going forward.
And we're doing that really because we have a small board guided by our chief executive, but we have an executive committee as well of users and commercial members. And they've refreshed as well over the last couple of years, and we've got some new thinking, new blood come into that, and there's a real energy as to getting a new vision for BAPCO, making sure we've got that plan for the next 2 or 3 years, so that this isn't the pinnacle of where we are, this is the beginning of the journey. It's a continuum, and it is just going to grow and grow. I think there's a real desire to see it improve as we go forward.
Wonderfully put. How difficult is it to foresee the challenges ahead, do you think?
The challenges for BAPCO or the challenges for the emergency services and critical communications?
Yes.
It's difficult because we can see where we want to get to, but there's always politics comes into play as well, because it's all about budgets, it's all about affordability, and it's about the understanding of ministers, because they're the ones that control the purse strings, and unless they've got a real passion for what we're doing and driving it forward, then that's always going to be a challenge, is the finances. But what they want to see is us working together better and smarter. So whereas all the emergency services want more resources, the whole 999 system is under pressure, it's how can we work better together to be smarter. We've got to be more efficient. We've still got some emergency services out there aren't using technology that's been around for years that would enable them to do their jobs better and smarter. There's new technologies coming along now where you can identify if you make a call, we can identify you down to a few meters of where you are. People aren't using that technology, it's available. I had a meeting today about using MATE, multi-agency incident transfer, which is something that BAPCO have advocated for the last few years. We managed to get an open standard agreed with government. That's out there as a published open standard. Trying to get it implemented has been the real challenge, but we think we're getting there now. If we do that, then we smarten up how we operate in control rooms. We reduce the physical burden on our control room operators, allowing them to take more 999 calls. Because at the moment we get major incidents come in, it's a real struggle for our centres to take those calls at some times, so they get pushed elsewhere, and that makes a delay in us attending the incident, which is not the place to be. And we don't need to do that. There are smarter ways we can work together, and that to me is what BAPCO is all about. It's about bringing those people together and the technologies together to work smarter, so we offer an improved service to the public, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's not about us. And that's, I think, is the beauty of BAPCO over other trade associations. We're not really a trade association, but other associations, it's all about improving the service to the public, and everybody's passionate about that. It is about selling a product. I'm sure our commercial members would say that, but there is a passion behind it as well. And it's a very small group of individuals. People move around different agencies, different companies, but they maintain that same passion, which is what it's all about for me. It is a passion.
And like you say, different services complementing one another as well, which is another reason why BAPCO is such a great exhibition to attend, to meet and to find out about these new innovations and technologies on the market.
Indeed, we just had a meeting and it brought together police, health, maritime coast guard agency, different suppliers as well, and British APCO to work together to come up for a solution. The 1 hour meeting here has hopefully moved that forward by, so it's taken us 2 years to get there. So it's really good. This is proper networking.
It's the place to be.
It is the place to be.
Well, thank you so much, John, for stopping by and having a chat with us.
It's been a pleasure, and I'll be around if anybody wants to grab me and talk to me, or Ian or any other members of the executive about how we can improve BAPCO for the future, then please, any feedback is welcome. We'd love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.